Hello! No cool intros today where I dance or do other crazy things. Instead, you're gonna get just pure and beautiful Potter. That's all you get, and it's really better than anything else. Welcome back to Neverland, where we're gonna have a look today at this beautiful scholastic edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's what they call it in the US. Because I'm part of a book share that is organized by Tumblr user Velvet Luna. Claire's her name. And what we're doing basically is we're kind of a bunch of people, I'm not entirely sure how many, more than 10 I think, and we're basically sending the book from person to person, and everyone gets to add annotations, which is super cool. And it especially makes sense for me because I have been annotating my Harry Potter books since the age of, I think, 10 or 11. So yeah, let's do this. I love the American version. I only have one American edition of the Harry Potter books, which is the last one. And they're really cool because they're very playful as opposed to the British ones, or even the German ones, which are horrible. But I know that those not only have like cool fonts, but they also have chapter art, which is super interesting, by the way, because this is obviously not the original Harry Potter children's edition, right? The cover illustration this time is by Kazuki Brishi, and but the inside contents are still by Mary Frey, which I think is very interesting. Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. That is just, I love this line. I'm just gonna... What is crazy with the first book is that you have so much happening within 2 pages. We're on page 3, and Mr. Dursley has already seen McGonagall as a cat, and then he's already driving and he's already on his way to work, and I think that's crazy because, like, in my head there's all of that just takes so long. This question alone probably just already made 10 minutes of a video. Chapter 5, Diagon Alley. And then all the people, just Jo Rowling and her way of planning characters and writing them into the early parts and then mentioning them later again. It's what gives the book continuity, it really is. Like Daedalus Diggle coming up here already, perfect. And just his character doesn't change really. Like, he gets used to Harry, I think, in his existence. But in the end, like, you can totally recognize him as a character in the 7th book, and I think that's just so good. Oh my god. And then Hagrid buys him the owl, and the thing is, I'm sure Hagrid isn't like super rich, but he buys him an owl, which is kind of expensive. And then Harry blushes and he's like, you don't have to buy me the owl. And I'm like, kill me. Platform 9 3/4. Where is my baby? Blah, Fred and George, I don't care, no offense. Ron! There he is. Is that the first time his name comes up? Yes. Ron's new too. Percy! I love Percy. Okay, see, that's so weird. Like, I love Percy because I can really identify with Percy, that's the thing. Just kind of feeling out of place in your family and just kind of wanting to pursue things that people don't understand. That's something I can really identify with. Hermione! Okay, wait, Hermione's here. I have to interrupt everything. And Ron is already super annoyed. This is how grand romances start. Ooh, look! It's Peeves! Peeves. Oh, Peeves, we would have loved to see you. I get why they cut you out. You're completely unimportant for the story, but still. And then there's the Song of the Sorting Hat. And again, everyone is like underlining Ravenclaw, but you might belong in Gryffindor with well the brave at heart, their daring nerve and chivalry set Gryffindors apart. Me. Gryffindor is the best. with the first book is that Jo hasn't really figured out about the narrative perspectives that she wants to include. Like, we always get things that are not necessarily from Harry's perspective, and we also get we just get other things to consider. And then, you know, later in the books we have Frank's perspective in Goblet of Fire, right? We've got the other minister, the British Prime Minister of the time. But in the first, so she did decide to like change perspectives to kind of show us what else there is and what other things we have to factor in. But in the first one, it's just all the narrative perspectives are so messy. Because later on in the second Quidditch game, you basically have Ron's perspective, and you never have that again. Oh yeah, and then it's Mirror of Erised. Harry was looking at his family for the first time in his life. Harry stared hungrily back at them, his hands pressed flat against the glass as though he was hoping to fall right through it and reach them. He had a powerful ache inside him, half joy, half terrible sadness. My baby. Norbert, the Norwegian Ridgeback, chapter 14. And just whenever Harry passed Quirrell these days, he gave him an encouraging sort of smile. This is so weird. I often wonder about Quirrell and the kind of person that he was. I would have loved to find out more about him. I think it's so cool that he was in Ravenclaw, because it really just goes to show how just evil is not Slytherin. It isn't. It really isn't. And then they meet the centaurs. He flung back his head and stared at the sky. Mars is bright tonight. And he was like, yeah, listen, we've got to go somewhere else. Chapter 16, through the trapdoor. Things are getting exciting. My favourite moment here has to be Ron and his chess game. Ron's just like, that's chess, you've got to make some sacrifices. I'll make my move and she'll take me. And he's just, no nonsense here, right? I love it. And I just love the beginning of the last chapter because it's so dramatic. It was Quirrell. You, gasped Harry. Drama, 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 drama. I love it. Great. And then there's Harry's and Dumbledore's talk, and then Harry cries because Dumbledore describes to him that it was agony to touch a person marked by something so good, so Lily's love, and Dumbledore became now very interested in a bird out on the windowsill, which gave Harry time to dry his eyes on the sheet because he's crying, the little poor baby. The book actually ends on a light note, and I think that's really sweet. So yeah, thank you for coming with me and reading through the beauty that is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone in that case. I'm kind of going through a rough patch lately, so it's always nice to kind of come back to Harry Potter and it just always makes me happy. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of children's entertainment and me. You can follow me on Twitter or on Tumblr to get regular updates on children's entertainment and my videos, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!